it's Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing my favorite sequels of 2022. Typically I do a round of 10 from 10 down to 1. However, I only have 7 on this list this year. I read quite a few sequels, but I didn't want to put books on the list just for the sake of putting them on the list because I read them. These were like the top 7 sequels that actually stood out to me. So I only have 7 here because I really wanted to recommend or talk about my favorites. So here are my top 7 sequels of 2022. We'll start with 7 and work our way down to my favorite. These again are sequels, so if you'd like to watch my top favorite books just in general, like the first books in a series of 2022, you can check that out up above. I'll link it up here. I forget which side. It's been a while since I filmed, but I'll link it up above and you can go check that out. I posted it Wednesday. So number 7 for me was Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. Yeah, Angie Thomas. This is the prequel actually, so I guess it's not a sequel. This is like sequels and companions and sequels and prequels and all of the above. Concrete Rose is the prequel to The Hate U Give, in which we are following Star's father, Maverick, and I absolutely adored it. It follows like Maverick coming of age and having his son, and I think it just really develops his character as well as even Star to an extent and gives like a good base to The Hate U Give. So I highly recommend it. If you enjoyed The Hate U Give, definitely pick up Concrete Rose. Next up at number 6 we have Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Search. This is book 2 of the Avatar comic series, which are the comics that directly follow the animated series. And specifically in The Search, we are on the search for Zuko's mother, which is something that I was always curious about, so it was fun to follow along that storyline, and I highly recommend it if you are an Avatar fan to read these comics. It really rounds out the series from Avatar to Korra and helps build that like equalist movement and learn more just about the characters in general. I think it's also a good bridge between Avatar and the Avatar Aang Gang adult series that's going to be coming out, so definitely check them out. Coming in at number 5 we have These Divided Shores. 2022 was truly the year of not only Asian mythology, as you'll see in my top 10 of 2022, but also the year of pirate books. I just really love pirates, and I read a lot of pirate books in 2022. These Divided Shores is the sequel to These Rebel Waves, and I adored both books. I think that this one was a nice like sequel. I think a lot of times sequels can fall a little flat or end up feeling like filler. All the sequels on this list really, I guess, continue the series in a good way or like round out the series in a good way. So I really enjoyed These Divided Shores. Coming in at number 4 we have the Tea Dragon Tapestry, and I'm just noticing I put a hole in the book, so that's so upsetting, but this is the 3rd book of the Tea Dragon Society series, and I loved it so much. Each book in this series just made it so much better, so much more diverse, and this one was fun. I believe it's actually, no, this is the correct Tea Dragon Festival, I believe, is a prequel, and then Tea Dragon Tapestry is a sequel, and we are following more diverse characters, more I think like there's sign language built into this one, which is fun, and we're meeting more dragons and meeting more characters, and it's just so cute. I love the artwork. I love everything about this comic series. Coming in at number 3 we have The Faithless Hawk. This is definitely one of the best endings to a duology I've ever read. I think it ended so wonderfully. I loved it even more than the first book, The Merciful Crow. So I highly recommend this one if you liked The Merciful Crow, which is following a bonesmith or bone magician. I forget what she is. She can control magic through teeth. So she takes like teeth bones and then can use said person's magic through their teeth bones, and she's helping a prince and his bodyguard escape. So this just continues that storyline, and I loved it. Coming in at number 2 is Dark Tides, another pirate book I absolutely adored. This is following the first book, which is Crossbones, and that is a book following 3 pirates' perspectives. There's 5 or 6 pirates total, but we're following 3 perspectives, and they are competing in the pirate trials to become the next Bone Monarch, or like Bone King Queen. Dark Tides is the sequel to that. Absolutely incredible. We have established our monarch, and the ending literally had my jaw drop. I was so shocked. I was not prepared for it at all. Highly recommend Dark Tides. And finally, at number 1 is The Dragon Republic. This is actually my favorite book of the Poppy War series. Highly recommend. If you want to hear more about the Poppy War, you can check out my top 10 because I talk all about it. Oops, spoiler. And yeah, this was the best book of the trilogy. Highly recommend. So those were my top 7. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite sequels were, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friends.